about the EMT class through some of my friends. Went to a ride along, took the class, and then I was kind of like, well, here I am.
Getting to meet people that you've helped previously and seeing them on the street, or they've come by the station to say hello and thank you. It's just a rewarding experience. I would do it all over.
Searching for an unforgettable summer for your child? At Old Nell's Farm, campers spend days riding horses, learning horsemanship, caring for animals, making new friends, and enjoying real farm adventures. From beginners to horse lovers, our small camps offer a fun, safe, hands-on experience they'll talk about all year. Old Nell's Farm, DeVille, Louisiana. Call 318-794-9533 to register. Spots are limited.
Hi, this is Pastor Roger L. Green Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Good afternoon, Rapides Parish. I'm Jack, and this is a special edition of the Let's Talk Show here on UrbanCast. Today's conversation is powered by Acadian Ambulance, our silver sponsor of UrbanCast Let's Talk, and Sinlaw Gold. Sinlaw Gold is our coverage of youth athletics. On June 27th, voters in Rapides Parish will decide whether to renew an existing sheriff office millage that has been in place since 1984. According to the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office, the renewal will continue funding for general operations, equipment, personnel, and several programs serving communities throughout the parish. The Sheriff's Office says that the renewal would continue the existing millage and would not increase the current millage rates for property owners. Today, we're joined by Rapides Parish Sheriff Mark Wood to discuss the upcoming renewal, what services are supported, and the millage. What voters? Sorry about that, Sheriff. I got a little distracted. Another line.
That's okay, my brother. It's okay.
I'm watching.
Well, you said it all. You broke it down beautifully, Jack. I don't know what we're going to talk about now.
We're going to talk about it now. If you guys are watching out there, just go ahead. We may bring you.
No, look, Jack. I thank you for having us on. We just trying to get it out there to let our citizens know that it's back then. Then Sheriff Grady Kelly. Everybody knows Sheriff Kelly. If you was back there, I mean, you knew him. Yeah. And he passed this back in 84, 85. It's been around 40 something years, 41, I believe. It has been renewed. I think it's every 15 years.
Look like guys, if you're here joining us here, we lost connection with Sheriff Wood. Hopefully he'll jump right back on in. But again, for those of you guys who are out there, we're talking.
Sorry, somebody called me in the middle of that. You got me back?
Yeah, we got you back.
Okay,
all right.
Okay. Let's start off. Yeah. Like I said before, we was rudely interrupted, Jack. Sheriff Kelly passed this back in 80, 84, 85, been 40 something years. It's been renewed twice. Every 15 years it comes around, and it's time for that renewal. And we're not asking for any more money. It's the same renewal, same millage that it's always been. We're just asking, just like you said, it helps with the day-to-day runnings of the sheriff's office, from people to necessities that we have to have, equipment, programs, things of that nature, and that's all it is. And we hope and we believe that the citizens they'll let us continue what we're doing, and we're gonna keep doing that job for them.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that it does fund, Sheriff. I know we talked about it in a general standpoint, but one of the things that it does fund is the Rapides Area Drug Enforcement Unit. Tell us about the purpose of RADE.
Man, let me tell you about them raid boys. As you know, you a lot of people know that I worked narcotics most of my career, and back when I worked it, you had some crack, you had cocaine, some meth, stuff of that nature. But since then, the whole landscape has changed with this introduction of fentanyl coming into our neighborhoods. And myself, I personally have personal friends that have lost children to this mess. So, it's near and dear to me. And when I was coming and starting to run for sheriff 6, 7 years ago, I talked to a friend of mine that me and him had worked narcotics and told him what I envisioned, what I wanted to do. And he was all on board with it. So I came in on 2020, and it probably took us close to 2021 before we could get it up and running. But our RAID unit, Rapides Area Drug Enforcement, and man, they've been knocking it out of the park. Since then, we have seized 70 plus pounds of fentanyl. That's in central Louisiana. I mean, that's not just around some passing through. It's here. It was going to harm our citizens. That is a lot of death right there that they took off the street. And I am super proud of these guys, and they fight this stuff just as hard as they can. And what we thought we could do, as you know, Sheriff McCain up in Grant Parish is part of it. We have worked with Vernon Parish over around Fort Polk and places like that. And I can't speak enough about my RAID guys. They have seized assets from these drug dealers and put that right back into the fight against this scourge that is on the streets, killing our folks and our fellow citizens. So yeah, Jack, I'm just super proud of the guys and ladies over there at the job that they do at RAID. I promise you.
Okay, you've often, I've in different press conferences and different things that you said that trafficking affects much more than drugs, than the sale of the drugs. Explain how that the enforcement of narcotics, how that connects to other things within.
Oh Lord, yeah, Jack, and no common sense will tell you that narcotics goes hand in hand with domestic violence, stealing. They got to get that money or that dope somehow, be it they break in a house or steal from the loved. We work with folks every day where that their loved ones is stealing from them just to support their habit. Taking guns and stuff and trade it for dope, or just stealing cash or embezzling money from them. It's narcotics it's one of the roots to all evils. I mean, it starts there, and it's a driving force that and when somebody starts stealing or taking from their family, that's not them. I mean, they know better than that, but it's that dope that's driving them to do that. And I've told people before, this fentanyl stuff that they're lacing everything with it. We got there's so many chemists in Alexandria that's mixing this stuff. They know what they're doing, right? Okay. And that is the high. You talk to these folks that have that vice, and that's the high they're chasing, and that's kind of disheartening. That's scary, and it must be truly a bad situation or a bad vice to deal with. And but yeah, it leads to all kind of stuff, being, like I said, domestic violence, abuse, child abuse, child neglect. I mean, we could just sit here and go on and on to it, and it's one of the driving forces to a lot of crimes.
Yeah. Interesting. Another thing, another program supported by the taxes within your office is the the Special Victims Unit, working
Yes.
alongside family justice centers. Tell us about that role that unit plays in the community. I'm gonna just tell you right out. I might be able to answer for you, Sheriff. I'm gonna run my mouth for a few seconds. I tell you, every year when you have that time, it's a real humbling thing to see when those families come together to support each other and all that kind of good stuff. So I guess I'm gonna shut up and let you talk.
No, Jack, that's good stuff. You're right about that. That's good stuff. And there again, there's a lot of domestic abuse, a lot of neglect, and I have 2 investigators assigned strictly to the Family Justice Center to work hand in hand with them. That handles cases when they come in, because as you know, a lot of folks that are involved in domestic of some kind, abuse or whatever, they really don't they don't want to talk about it, or they're afraid to talk about it or whatever. And basically, I have a couple of ladies over there, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a lady involved in this. It's going to be the victim. So they are getting, they feel relaxed. These 2 ladies are really good. They're really smart at what they do, and they can talk to these people that's in need, and they get it out of them, and we go from there. So yeah, we're involved heavily with that SVU unit, and we're going to stay there with them, because I hate to say it, but domestic abuse is it's kind of one of them things that's not going to go away. So we got to stay on top of it, Jeff.
Yeah, and Sheriff, I guess as we move forward in this day and age that we're in, it's not just the women, because I had an opportunity to interview their PR person over there, and they talked about the sheer number of men that are abused as well. So,
yeah, and I'm telling you that that's why I say it's not all just women. The majority are, but there are some men that get took that way too. So I might have them check me out. I think sometimes my wife is abusing me. So I don't know.
I'm not gonna let you go there, Sheriff, because Ms. Wood and I have good working relationships. So I know that's a joke.
Yeah, I got you. But no, we take that very seriously, that domestic stuff, because as you know, it could escalate at any moment, and somebody could get seriously hurt or killed. So if you know of anybody, you need to talk to them. We got folks over there. We can get them counseling. We can get them help. We get them housing. I mean, we can take care of them if they need it.
And community policing and youth programs, the resident deputy program that you guys have in place over there also, that's another thing that's kind of funded through these additional.
Sure, you bet. Yes,
can you talk to us a little bit about it?
Yeah, what we got is, I got about 8 resident deputies scattered around the parish, and I chose young men that are from that area, that know the people, and they can go in them areas. They live there 9 times out of 10. They live right there close. People know them. They feel comfortable talking to him because they know their family. They just know him. And sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody that you know than a stranger coming in and trying to talk to you that you just don't feel right telling him things that he needs to know. Because, the public, y'all are our eyes out there. I mean, you see things that we don't get to see that can point us in the direction we need to go. So that I'm pretty proud of that. And that is something we started. And they are out there along with patrols. It's just some extra patrolling we put out there, and I'm super. It's doing what we wanted. I get a lot of compliments about these guys, and hopefully in the future maybe we can expand on this program.
Right. Well, you're driving the nail right in. People who know their communities. Understand their communities, and a lot of times when that officer, that deputy, know the people right around him, the reaction.
Well, it's almost like community policing, but it's kind of deputies, we do help out in Ellick and the Pineville areas, but they have city but we're kind of mainly in the rural areas.
Right.
And it's I guess you would call it the rural community policing, basically. I mean, that's what it is. They're just out there working with their neighbors, getting to know them. It's just a good program, and I'm kind of proud of it. It has done what I wanted to do.
Yeah, okay. And tell us a little bit about the SAFE program, which is a program that was recently launched by the Sheriff's Department.
Which program's that, Jack? I'm sorry, you broke up on me.
The SAFE program.
The SAFE program?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is doing what we want. Now, did you see our youth program that we've kind of getting into?
Yeah, I've heard. I haven't had an opportunity to really get there and come drill down in it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit.
We've had a couple of pilot runs with some children, and perhaps you can help us with that. If you got get us. We just getting started on this. Taking us a while to get it going. And I think we're kind of getting it to where we go. We got deputies volunteering to help us, and we were trying to show these children there's more to life than video games and cell phones and things that they could do. Number one, we instill education is the key to everything. But when you get older and take care of yourself and do things, there's more to life than just sitting in the house on a phone or maybe getting into some things you don't need to be getting into. That there's fishing, there's hunting, there's look, we introduce them to things of the outdoor nature that they probably never.
The sheriff probably didn't put it. There he is. He's back again. That's them do not disturbs. That's the people who are watching him live. And can you hear me, Sheriff? Can you hear me? I don't hear you. I think you're gonna have to back out and back in and come back in, Sheriff. I'm gonna text Tommy right quick because I know he's. If you guys can bear with me, I'm sending a message out of sync over to the sheriff's office right quick. Sorry about that, you guys. Sometimes we have these technical difficulties. I'm not hearing them just yet, so I just sent a message and asked them to back completely out and come back in. But we're learning, I tell you that much. And the message here is to tell everybody to turn Do Not Disturb off on their phones before they try coming in. So if you guys can just bear with us for a few seconds, we're gonna try to get this resolved. Oh, there he is. So if you guys are just joining us, we are speaking with Sheriff Mark Wood today, discussing the June 27th Sheriff Office millage renewal. We're talking about the various programs that the tax is actually being used for and what departments and programs that it's funding within it. Here, it looks like the sheriff is coming back in right quick. Hold on one quick second.
You got me now?
I got you now. Yep. That's that. That's
All
that.
right. Sorry about that, Jack. People still calling me. It's always something.
No problem, sir. We're gonna try to speed it up. You gave me an opportunity to look. I'm gonna make sure that that's a part of my checklist from now on out. Make sure you turn "Do Not Disturb" on.
I'm
But I
sorry.
think
I'll have to do that. Go ahead.
no worries, no worries. I think you were wrapping up the discussion on some of the youth programs.
Yeah, the youth program that we're trying to get going. We've had a couple of pilot runs with some children. They really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
We let them. A lot of children's never really got to touch, feel things that we want to show them that there's out there for them to do. Teach
Mhm.
them archery, gun safety. Because let's face it, we live in Louisiana. They're around guns. They need to know a little bit about them. Don't do this, the do's, don'ts, that kind of stuff. We teach them how to fish, let them catch some fish. Most of them's never caught a fish and touched it or a snake. Matter of fact, that was the favorite part of everything. We get wildlife and fisheries to come in and help us.
Mhm.
They're biologists, and I'm not handling the snake.
Yeah,
I'm
I hear
stopping there. I was out there the other day, but them some of them youngsters, they like handling a snake, and we teach them and show them the poisonous snake, the non-poisonous, and the different hides that comes from Louisiana, the beavers, the nutras, the coyotes, the coons, different skins that they can feel and touch that they've never had a chance to do that, and it's just something different to show the children.
Well, I tell you what, I did get an opportunity to see it in action when you guys had the special needs kids out at the
Yeah,
pond
yeah,
fishing.
yeah,
That was,
yeah.
just to see those young people having a good
Yes,
time,
yes.
and
Yeah,
that
you can
that was
see that smile from ear to ear, Jack.
yes,
So it's
sir.
something.
Yep,
So
yep,
we're
yep.
we're hoping to expand on that. Like I said, we've had a couple of pilot runs. You were there for one, and
Hmm.
we're hoping to we're hoping to expand that to some inner city kids. And I
Hmm.
believe we're just about ready to do that. So perhaps you
Hmm.
can help us with that. Get
Okay.
some children to come out, and we'll take so many, set up some different dates there, and hopefully it'll work for us. I think it'll be a good thing.
Chef, we're over here at Urban Cast. We're on board with anything that's going to keep our kids. We want you to be
That's
like
right.
the Maytag repairers. I'm just going
That's
to be
right.
honest with you, man.
That's
We
right.
want you to be just like the Maytag repairers.
Well, look, Jack, we all love our children. We all love our
Yeah.
grandkids, and my weekends right now consist of travel ball, watching my grandchildren. I got three that play, and
Hmm.
now I got a couple of junior highs. They're playing junior high basketball right now, some
Hmm.
high school basketball, getting ready for the next year already. I mean, used to when we was growing up, we didn't play that much ball.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they're playing ball every day. Look, man, I went to a complex up in Ruston the other day to watch my granddaughter and them play basketball, and they had a place up there that had five or six. I know five floors in there for basketball in one building. They had
Uh-huh.
shade cloth hanging, dividing them, and there was children. Matter of fact, there was some folks hollered at me from Ellick. They was down there,
Uh-huh.
and they were playing. I think they was pretty much kicking butt, from what I can tell. Them young men was from Arthur Smith down there, and
Uh-huh.
Travis Davison. Travis Davison already told me about a young man they got down there that's unreal, and I got to see him. So I
Right.
told Travis I got to meet him, and he's going to be. Coach Smith is probably already chomping at the bits to get him to Peabody right now. That's all I can say, because he's going to be a fine young man, a fine ball player. I can see it.
I hear you. I hear you. Sheriff, if the millage is approved, what as outside of you guys continuing these programs that you guys
Yeah.
have put in place, what else do you see the millage helping you guys to do over these next years that is?
Well, it just helps fund the day to day runnings that we have,
Hmm.
and we hope we got some things in our mind that we'd like to expand on and do. And but as you know, everything's financial, Jack. It takes money, and we like to think that we're good stewards of the public's money, because they give us that honor, and we get audited every year. Independent audit hits us every year, and we've been good. We don't take no hits. We're because we watch what we do. We do the right thing with the money. We want to give everybody the most bang for their buck. And there again, we just we built a substation in the Heinston area a couple of years ago. I'm almost through with one in Cheneyville account area, and it's going to be manned 24 hours a day in that area. It's a long ways from Cheneyville to Alexandria, and the folks down there, it kind of gives them their law enforcement down there. I'm a proponent about bringing the law enforcement to the folks out there, and we're doing that, and that's part of the things that we're doing. And if you got that stability, it's kind of like when you go borrow money or whatever at the bank. First thing you want to know: can you keep this up? Can you make your payments? Can you support this program? It's kind of like getting a grant. If you get a grant, they want to know, okay, do you have a way, if we give you this piece of equipment or we buy this for you, can you keep it up? Can you keep it going? And that's what things like this is what that does. It lets them know, it gives me the stability to say, yes, this is what I have, this is what I can do, and we can do this. So that's kind of what this is about. I'm a new sheriff. I hadn't been here long, about 6 years, 7. And I want to get this behind me, and it gets my mind then back focused on what I want to do for the folks, and start looking. Both places, the Cheneyville, we were very lucky. They Cheneyville, Rhonda Butler, my representative, and Jay Luno, both got me the money that I needed to build them substations. The one in Heinston, Lance Harris got me that money. We were able to do that without spending any of our money. They got me them funds to do that, but I had to be able to keep them up and run them like we're doing now. Lights, the water, just take care of the insurances and things of that nature. So that's what we can do with this money that the citizens allow us to have.
Right. Well, it's amazing too, Sheriff. I come from the IT arena, and I see, I constantly read all of the information about the security threats and all of that kind of good stuff. That's just on the security of your infrastructure. I can only imagine as you guys move forward, auditors and all these folk are coming in and telling you, hey, you need to buy this piece of software and this piece of software. And I know those pieces of software don't come at a cheap.
No, man. You deal with this. Let me tell you something, Jack. My chief financial officer, me and him talked here a while back, and we spend a lot of money on stuff that you just talked about. But it's the day and age we live in. Everybody's going paperless. Used to the good old days, the filing cabinets, you don't have them anymore. Everything's out here in cloud and all that stuff. And so if you're not watching this stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's always some rascal from Russia or who knows where, trying to get into your systems to cause chaos, and get people's names. And here a while back, my phone got hit, and we had to clean it up, and I was able to keep my number eventually, because I got a lot of folks that have my number. I didn't want to lose it. And it was just a mess, and and look, and that is getting very, very expensive. Me and him, I was just griping about how much money we spend on that. But it's one of them things. It's a necessity, because you don't want people's business getting stuck out there on the street.
Yeah. So Sheriff, the bottom line, when the voters walk into the voting booths on the 27th, what's the one thing you hope they remember that forces them to go ahead and hit that button and say, hey, we're going to vote stats?
Well, just Jack, remember this. It's been there for 41 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to cost you another dime, any different than you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It will allow us to continue to fight for you, to keep you safe. Everything we can do to fight the dope that's out there killing our loved ones. To try to take all these guns that's killing our folks, these illegal guns. Not everybody's guns, because I'm pro Second Amendment, but these
Mm-hmm.
illegal guns that they're using to do their crimes with, and the predators that are out there preying on your children. That we have a task force with the Attorney General. It's called ICAC, Internet Crimes Against Children. I have some guys that work with them that, you know, our children are on phones now. They are on laptops. They are on computers. So there are predators out there that try to get them where they can, and children don't know. They think somebody kind of showing them a little bit of attention on there. Well, me and you would start grooming them. You understand what I'm saying when I say that,
Mm-hmm.
and they get them on board to do something that they don't need to be doing. And so we're looking for that predator out there. And so that's the kind of things, Jack, that allows us, this funding allows us to do, and have them investigators out there to take care. So remember this. Not going to cost you a dime, nothing extra, just like it's always been for 41 years. It just allows us to continue the services that we do for the citizens of Rapides Parish. That's it. And we're going to do the very best job we can do for you. I promise you. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that. But we're going to do the best job we can for you, and keep everybody safe. That's all everybody wants to do, is stay safe, make some money, have a good job, and live a decent life, and have children.
That's right.
And that's it. That's it.
All right, Chef. That's a wrap on it. You nailed it all in that statement.
Yes.
Sheriff,
Yes.
I really thank you for joining us today. And
thank you, Jack. Thank you for having me.
No problem, anytime. And helping to explain, how, on a day-to-day real life world, these tax dollars are working. As always, we encourage voters to review the information, ask the questions.
Yes.
Sheriff Wood is one of those guys that I'll say right here, right now, when we, from a transparent standpoint, I'm pretty sure it's still some stuff that we don't know. But I tell you what, Sheriff, I definitely like to say, a positive thing when I can. And I tell you, we interface into your department with your public information officer.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to talk about him a little bit right now.
Yeah. He's probably watching this, Jack. So don't interact, because I got to live with him over here.
Yeah,
so
you got to live with him, huh? Well, I tell you what, he represents the organization extremely well. We fuss, we fight, but at the end of the day, we get what we need to move on.
Jack, as grown men, every now and then you're going to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But you get through it, and you move on. And because all of us just want the best for Rapides Parish. That's it. That's it.
And a special a big special thank you to Acadian Ambulance, whose support helps keep conversations like this happening in Central Louisiana. I'm Jack, and this has been a special edition on Let's Talk. I'll be back with you guys again today at 7:00. We got the brothers from Sigma, Phi Beta Sigma, who's going to be here talking about their men's health program this Saturday. So hopefully, if you guys can, make sure you join us tonight, because we're going to be talking about mental health this evening. Until next time, we'll see you again a little later on today. Sheriff, if you could just hang on in there 1 second for me.
Yes, sir.
Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, sir.
I heard about the ENT class through some of my friends. Went to a ride along, took the class, and then I was kind of like, well, here I am.
getting to meet people that you've helped previously and seeing them on the street, or they've come by the station to say hello and thank you. It's just a rewarding experience. I would do it all over.
Searching for an unforgettable summer for your child? At Old Nell's Farm, campers spend days riding horses, learning horsemanship, caring for animals, making new friends, and enjoying real farm adventures. From beginners to horse lovers, our small camps offer a fun, safe, hands-on experience they'll talk about all year. Old Nell's Farm, DeVille, Louisiana. Call 318-794-9533 to register. Spots are limited.
Hi, this is Pastor Roger L. Green Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.